2 gigabytes VRAM. This is where gaming GPUs existed a decade ago and where they struggle to survive today. Cards like the GT 1030 and GTX 750 shipped with 2 gigabytes, and back in 2014, that wasn't a disaster. Today, it is. Modern game engines assume you have far more memory than this. Boot up anything from 2024 or 2025 and you get low-resolution placeholder graphics, constant stuttering as the GPU desperately swaps data in and out, and frame drops that make gaming feel like watching a broken GIF. Even Valorant, a game designed to run on anything, will look like a mobile title from 2012. The GPU itself might be capable of rendering frames. Without enough memory to store the visual data, it doesn't matter. If you're looking at a 2 gigabytes card in 2026, you're looking at electronic waste. It won't game, it won't edit, and it barely displays your desktop. This tier exists purely as a reminder of how far we've come. 4 gigabytes VRAM. Around 2018 to 2019, 4 gigabytes was the budget sweet spot. The GTX 1650 handled 1080p gaming reasonably well. Fortnite, Overwatch, older titles on medium settings, no major issues. Modern games have moved on aggressively. Try running Starfield or Hogwarts Legacy on a 4 gigabytes card and it will technically launch. Then textures get downgraded automatically, objects pop into existence in front of you because the GPU couldn't load them in time, and the experience falls apart. At 1080p on medium settings, esports titles like CS2 or Apex still work. Anything released in the last 2 years, you'll spend more time adjusting graphics settings than playing the game. In 2026, 4 gigabytes is the absolute floor, and even then, you're compromising heavily. 6 gigabytes VRAM. Between 2018 and 2020, 6 gigabytes was the king of 1080p gaming. The RTX 2060 and GTX 1066 gigabytes crushed it. Max settings at 1080p, playable 1440p on medium, no memory concerns whatsoever. Then, developers started designing games for 8 gigabytes and above. Resident Evil 4 Remake runs on 6 gigabytes, but you'll notice texture quality drops and hitching when the GPU runs out of space. Ray tracing is completely off the table. DLSS and FSR add memory overhead that 6 gigabytes can't absorb. If you own a 6 gigabytes card today, it's still usable, but it went from perfect to cramped faster than anyone expected. You're living on borrowed time. 8 gigabytes VRAM. This is where things get controversial. The RTX 3070, RTX 4060, and RX 6600 XT all ship with 8 gigabytes, and the debate over whether that's enough has never stopped. At 1080p, 8 gigabytes handles almost everything. Max settings, enable ray tracing in lighter titles, background apps running no issues. The problem appears at 1440p. Call of Duty and Alan Wake 2 push past 8 gigabytes at ultra settings. The GPU has the horsepower to run the game. The memory runs out before the processing power does. That specific frustration is what angered so many buyers, especially when competing AMD cards at similar prices shipped with 12 gigabytes. For most gamers at 1080p or 1440p, without maxing every setting, 8 gigabytes works. It won't age gracefully, but it's functional today. 12 gigabytes VRAM. This is where modern gaming finally feels comfortable. The RTX 4070, RTX 3060, and RX 6700 XT all ship with 12 gigabytes. At 1080p, overkill. At 1440p, max settings without worry. At 4K, high settings in almost every game. Hogwarts Legacy and Starfield explicitly list 12 gigabytes as the target for optimal visuals. Beyond gaming, this tier handles content creation video editing at 1080p and 1440p, photo editing with large files, light 3D rendering without constantly hitting memory limits. For anyone building or upgrading a PC in 2026, 12 gigabytes is the recommendation, not overkill, more than enough for the next few years. 16 gigabytes VRAM. This is where gaming meets professional workflows. Cards like the RTX 4060 Ti, RTX 4070 Ti Super, and RX 7800 XT come with 16 gigabytes, and at this tier, limitations disappear. 4K Ultra with ray tracing enabled runs smoothly. Heavy texture packs and high-resolution mods don't make the GPU flinch. For creators, editing 4K timelines and running complex 3D scenes in Blender becomes straightforward rather than careful exercises in memory management. For gamers who also stream or record, 16 GB removes any concern about multitasking. OBS, Discord, a browser with dozens of tabs, and a demanding game running simultaneously, no performance drop. If you're keeping your GPU for 5 or more years, or you do any creative work alongside gaming, 16 GB is the smart choice. The extra cost buys longevity that 8 GB or 12 GB cards can't match. 24 GB VRAM. The RTX 4090, RTX 3090, and RTX 3090 Ti come with 24 GB. At this point, you're not just gaming, you're rendering, creating, and running professional workflows. Every game at 4K Ultra with ray tracing maxed runs flawlessly. But the real case for 24 GB is creative work. Video editors working with 8K footage don't hit memory limits. 3D artists rendering massive scenes in Blender or Unreal Engine work without crashes or slowdowns. Projects don't stall, apps don't crash. For pure gaming, 24 GB is overkill. For content creators and professionals who use their GPU as a primary work tool, it makes the question of capability disappear entirely. 48 plus gigabytes VRAM. Cards like the RTX 6000 Ada with 48 GB exist in a completely different world. These are not gaming cards. They're professional workstation GPUs designed for studios, research labs, and enterprise environments where downtime costs thousands of dollars per hour. Hollywood-level VFX, scientific simulations, training large AI models, enterprise rendering farms. The RTX 6000 Ada carries 18,176 CUDA cores, 568 tensor cores, and error-correcting memory, ensuring absolute stability. It costs over $7,000. For gaming, this does nothing extra. Your games won't look better, your frame rates won't improve, your loading times won't change. But in professional environments, where render times translate directly to revenue, where crashes halt entire production pipelines, and where massive datasets need to fit entirely in memory, 48 GB makes perfect sense. If you're considering this tier and you don't already know exactly why you need it, you definitely don't.